K-pop Demon Hunters is one of the biggest releases in Netflix history, and a new theory about Rumi's father sets up some exciting possibilities for future sequels. With multiple animated sequels and a live-action remake being discussed for Demon Hunters, the world is set to expand further in the coming years in big ways. Drawing from Korean pop stars and actors, the movie crafts a colorful world with great global appeal. The film's success has been bolstered by a hit soundtrack, including the song Golden, which has contributed to the many records that K-pop Demon Hunters has already broken. Rumi's character and her past have some of the greatest potential for future stories. The ending of K-pop Demon Hunters explained Rumi's connection to the demons, but there is much more to be unpacked here. Details on Rumi's parentage, especially her father, might be explained by this convincing possibility. Gui Ma, the villain of the first film, might be Rumi's father according to a popular theory. This would make a great deal of sense, considering how audiences know that Rumi's father is a demon, but don't know who. After seeing how Gui Ma was unable to control Rumi in the first film, there is clearly more of their connection to explore. Understanding how the demons work was an important part of the first film, but there is much more to be discussed. It is explained that Ryu Mi-young, Rumi's mother, had a relationship with a demon, but the details of that relationship are unclear. Her relationship might be similar to the one between Jinu and Rumi. Gui Ma's past may also be more complex than the first movie shows. While the demon is depicted as a raging pool of fire in the film, the K-pop Demon Hunters character's origins may be darker and even more human. Perhaps Gui Ma's full loss of humanity came as a result of his relationship with Ryu Mi-young. This punishment would have provoked his attacks on humankind and could help to explain his motivations. The complexity of Ryu Mi-young's story as one of the Sunlight Sisters and her relationship to the third missing sister could be explored in flashbacks, and tying this story to Gui Ma's corruption might be the most logical way forward. Gui Ma is shown to be an evil and malevolent force, but much of this may not be fundamental to his character's origins. Just as Jinu had a human background, it is possible that Gui Ma's beginnings, even in the world of demons, may be more complex than what was shown in the film. Gui Ma is driven by his hunger to break through the Han Moon and to feed on human souls, which is a fairly basic motivation that, on the surface, isn't particularly compelling. Examining the earlier parts of his story and what may have led him to become the villain seen in the film would make sense. Hated by the love of his life, and perhaps even eventually rejected by her due to his demonic turn, there is great complexity that could be given to Gui Ma's character. Exploring a complicated character such as him could be a brilliant direction for the K-pop Demon Hunters series. The first K-pop Demon Hunters gave an interesting look at the demons themselves, showing how not everyone who was a demon came from some kind of elemental evil. Jinu's fate is the best example of this, as his character was given a complex path to redeem himself by the end of the story. If Gui Ma is revealed to be Rumi's father, then the franchise will be setting up for an even greater extension of this journey. If there is enough good in the demon that he was able to win the heart of Rumi's mother, then this would suggest that somehow, some way, even he might be redeemed. Where this might take the story of K-pop Demon Hunters is promising. It could be that the world of demons has an even greater leader than Gui Ma, creating a new villain for Rumi and her father to overcome together. This could draw parallels to the ending of Return of the Jedi and allow Gui Ma to redeem himself by fighting back. The greater world of K-pop Demon Hunters has significant room to be explored in this way. While the demons are first shown to be foolish monsters, such as in the funny K-pop scene where they have taken over Hunter/X's plane, it is clear that there is much greater complexity to be found in their origins and characterizations. Rather than framing the conflict as being about good versus evil, the first K-pop Demon Hunters made it clear that the story's world is far more complex. Revealing that Gui Ma is actually Rumi's father would make sense as a part of the next story and would contribute effectively to the questions and themes the first movie set up.